Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Break stride, I'm sailing me. Free falling, choose my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, gamers and other folks alike. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. Hope y'all are doing good. And I just kind of realized when I was doing the intro, I usually take a drink as the music starts, but I didn't do it today, so I'm gonna just do a quick sip right now, just for good luck. And I got this Owala water bottle. It's all black, for my girlfriend for my birthday last week, and goddamn, I've used it quite a bit over the past week. Well, even when I was sick too, it the cool thing about this bottle, I put a scoop of ice in here, and I've watched it last the entire day. I'm like, god damn, that's good. I'm like, wow. And yeah, I like it. Although I think initially I had some troubles with the straw because it kept coming out. I think the way that I think it's because it had ice in it, whatever. It kept falling out, but now it's all right. Anyways, getting back on track. You are listening to Midnight Ramen with me, Michael. I was about to say the chaotic good of radio shows, but that's not right. Although, we'll talk about that in a second. If you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/MeltLikeOriginal, where you can not only watch this happen live, you can interact in the chat, you can make or change how the show goes. You won't show up on stream. Turn off soundbite thingies. Oh my god, did I? Oh fuck. It's been a hot minute. The sound ones are. So what? The sounds are. The hell? 'Cause I'm gonna do my thing. Oh, go to bed. Turn the sound bites off. Go. Yeah, okay, yeah, they're off. They were off. Oh, the notification things. Oh, okay, because it's a sub. Okay. I don't. Well, it is. And the alert box. That's a different thing. Bazoinka. 29 months for my girlfriend. Okay. Bazoinko. Where you can interact in the chat, just like what just happened there. And you can watch the after show, but not tonight because I don't. I have to go to work in the morning. I have to be at work at 7 a.m. It's midnight. I got a little over an hour of sleep, so I'm fine. So I lost a little bit of time, but I'm not gonna be the happiest of sailors in the morning. So oops. Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that. Well, it seemed like last week though, because I got home from a practice and then I had to take a nap and then I had to do the show. So 2 for 2. Swish. 2 for 2. Can we make it 3 for 3? Nah, no. Maybe I could do 3 for 3 if I got really tired next week. Nah. but like like, yeah, there shouldn't be anything that really like forces me to need to take a nap. I'll probably I may take a nap next week before the show, but I don't need to. Yeah, but whatever. So this, again, after the episode, once that's done, this episode, this stream is over because I need to go to bed. And that's saying that for the episodes, this episode going live on YouTube and Spotify, where you can watch the edited episodes, that's going to come later. It's probably going to be later in the day tomorrow. I think do the similar thing what I used to do with the episodes. Just release them later. But we'll see. Nah. I'm not gonna edit them tonight. I just don't. I need sleep. And man, if it weren't for I didn't need to be working till 5 o'clock earlier today. Well, I think I'm still gonna get. Well, let me think. I ended my day with 33 hours, almost 34 for the week, starting on Monday. Yes, I'm not kidding. So I actually got out a normal time today, which is crazy. But if I work when I'm supposed to till 5, I think that's about that put me about 45 hours. Well, probably 10 hours. So it'll be 43, put another 8, 51, do another 8. So just under 60 hours for the week. Yeah. And that's being no going over the time that I am there. Nothing. But depends on what's all needed. Because, yeah, it's a busy week at work. Although it's not as busy as it was when I first really started doing this show. Not at all. It's just there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of things going on, and we're just we just need bodies there, more or less. And that's fine. It's fine. Hell, because even last week, it was the complete opposite. We had to tell people to not show up because it was that boring and there was nothing going on. But yeah, I'm pretty much over that sickness that I had. Because the way that I could tell was that I was, and it's gross to say it, I was having boogers that were actually solid. I wasn't blowing my nose and seeing like a whole stream coming out my nose. No, it was oh, okay, there's a solid chunk. An actual physical solid chunk. So I'm completely over it. Oh yeah, I want to say, so on YouTube and so Spotify and YouTube, you can find it. I tried getting another channel up, but for whatever, we're able to allow bots to do weird, stupid, sexy shit, but we can't. I literally had to show my ID multiple times. Fuck you, Google. What the I had to show my ID and they did not. I had to show my ID to verify that I'm not a bot. But guess what? Oh, it didn't work. What? Huh? To verify that. So until I can actually verify the channel, they're still going to be up on, Melt Alert Original. Still on that. And honestly, thinking about it now, I just might keep it on there, just period. I don't fucking see a reason to do it. Even the other channel, it's well, thinking about it, I might as well just keep it on there. Because, why not? And plus, I already have all the episodes here, so, like, what's the point? So, I don't know. Maybe I might clean it up and make it easier because, like, the way that I do it, I have, like, the RSS. Like, I could just do the RSS feed, which might just be the way to do it. Instead of, like, fucking around and doing all that stuff. Because maybe it might work. I don't know. But, for sure, on Spotify, I started working on the episodes for since post-COVID or during COVID, the COVID episodes, that half. And the first one just came out 2 days ago on Tuesday. Next one, I finished that one, but I need to send it because I don't know if I'll have the time to get it to work or, to fit it in. But my ex was on this one, or my ex Becky was on it. And honestly, damn, like, I remember that episode pretty well too. Hell, fucking Darian shows up. If I can find the gif of it, I remember that episode weirdly well, because he just shows up. Like, it was like later in the episode too. He just shows up and he's like waving outside the studio, and I'm like, what the hell? Why are you here? And at the point, and this is like 1:00 or something like that, and it's like, well, why are you here? Sort of like late. Like, there's no, like, the only reason, like, you cannot get into the building late. Like, the doors are locked. You can't get into the building late. So he was, like, in the building already, is what I'm saying. So I can't remember exactly what it was for, though. He mentioned why, but I can't remember. And it was also so long back. I'm just trying to find the image of it. Maybe I can find the exact one. Oh, it's not even on here. What the hell? Huh. I know there's like a GIF or like a Snapchat that I had where he's like waving outside the studio. It apparently might have not been. I don't know what it was. But yeah, I know a good. But the one that one of the topics that happens later on in it is that we're talking about dance moms. Oh man, I know way too much about. I can't tell you kids names. Or, like, I mainly put the faces to, like, what their dance is like. If I remember Chloe, I think I had a crush on Chloe way back when. But then, the one big piece of, I mean, the point at which we're talking about it in the episode, I mean, she's like watching it like from the beginning all the way through the entire series. But the point that it's at is where like the point where like most of the OG crew was gone, but then you have the minis and like the main, the actual main dance core. You have like Jojo on there. It's like, oh, this is before, she leaves the group and becomes like super famous from that too. So it's like, it's weird to watch her be like the absolute like bane of Abby Lee's existence to like super duper famous for reasons. And then she decided to, just a weird, the case of Jojo Siwa is fucking weird. So she gets famous, or she's on Dance Moms, but she is such a little shit that she the whole crew fucking hates her, essentially. That she leaves, somehow gets more famous because of it, and then, becomes a star and whatever. Goes off to her own thing, gets more famous, comes out as gay, and that has just the weirdest, I'm not even going to talk about her music career, which is Karma's a bitch. Oh man. But then the heel turn of her going from gay to like bi, but then also possibly being pregnant, I think, is so fucking weird. Like, what the fuck? And like the heel turn happened this year. Like, huh? Like, JoJo's been attention seeking her entire fucking life. And that's just JoJo. But the one piece is real. But no. The one piece of Dance Mom's lore, or thing that I keep thinking about all the time, is that Maddie Ziegler. Wait, am I thinking right? Yeah. Is it? Yeah. It was Maddie. Fuck. Am I thinking right? Yeah, Yeah, I think it is Maddie Ziegler. So she was like the one of the headline dancers of the group, and then because the show was getting a lot of traction, it's all right. She got the attention of Sia, SIA, and she was then she got casted into the Chandelier music video and a couple other stuff. And then basically Sia makes her super duper famous as a dancer on her own. She's able to do her own stuff, which is cool. But Sia, I hate Sia with a burning passion. One, she hides her face. Like, it does nothing. People know who you are. They've seen you. They know you. Like, doing this weird fucking wig thing ain't mean shit. Ain't doing nothing. People know your full legal name. You're not being mysterious. You're an old woman. You're in your 30s hiring a minor to do your music video, and then go on to make a comment on, I think, twitter.com. I cannot make art without Maddie Ziegler. I think at the time of said tweet, she was still a minor. So, and she also used her for other, she kept using it for music videos, but then she made a movie about a child on the spectrum, and guess who she cast as the child that's on the spectrum? It was not a great idea. I mean, it was like an artsy piece too. It was an artsy movie too, but it's just like, this was not a great idea. Just gonna be flat out honest. I know way too much about fucking Dance Mom's lore. Or not the lore, but like a lot of the bullshit happenings in it. But damn. The candy fucking apples. Fuck yeah. She just shows up out of fucking nowhere just to be the absolute menace of Abby Lee's life. And just to be a shit ass. They don't care if they lose. They're just there to fucking be a thorn in Abby Lee's ass. I love that. The whole antithesis of them being on the show is just to be the nemesis. And it's hilarious. Oh, but I think in after like, a few of that, bunch of times of them getting beat, I just love it when the candy apples like actually start winning, and it pisses Abby so like to no end. She's fucking pissed. Oh, but yeah. I've watched way too much Dance Moms. As a straight white male, I've watched way too much Dance Moms. But I think at the end of the segment, it's like keep drama in the shows, but not in real life. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Holy shit. In the past 24 hours or 48, I'm not going to get into exactly all the stuff, and I don't want to talk about any of it, to be frank. Because, man, the world sucks. The world sucks right now. And I just think at the very end of the day, like, we need to just be nice to each other, be cool. Like, you know, people have their own struggles day to day, and that's it. Like, be nice, be kind, be considerate, and don't be an asshole. You could be an asshole as a treat, but, you know, have humanity. Have humanity. That's all I'll say about that. And that's all I'll say about that. Jenny. So Jenny was jumping and Forrest, I don't need to know that. Why are you telling me this? Well, you gotta hear this, Lieutenant Dan. You don't got no legs. Where you gonna go? Leave? You can't leave. I locked the door. You can't get out of here, Lieutenant Dan. Forrest, I don't want to hear the sexual fantasies you and Jenny go through. I don't need to know this. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, Lieutenant Dan. No, Forrest, no! Lieutenant Dan, I'm gumping. I'm gumping it. About the gump. And that's what I said to Jenny right before I gumped all over. Oh, no. No. Stop it. But okay, the one world event I will talk about, because today is 9/11. Today's 9/11. No, it's a bad, we still didn't forget. We haven't forgotten. We will never forget. So I'll tell a funny anecdote about it. Keep it light. So when I was just 3 years old, the ripe age of 3 years old, my grandparents came down. I don't know exactly for what reason. And, you know, it happened. My dad was heading to work, and he was for the day, and my dad was in the Navy. And that day he got a call. It's like, hey, you want to come back? He's like, no. I have a family to provide for. No. But that's not the actual anecdote itself. So my grandparents were down visiting, and you know, they lived here in Minnesota, and I think they were watching us because, like, I was, again, 3. They always visited down at those times, because I think back then, they visited Arizona all the time because they had family down there. And I think both sides of the family kind of wanted to retire down there. I know, especially on my dad's side, they had reasons to go down there because they had family living down there. We had quite a few, like, extended relatives that lived in the area of like Phoenix, but most of them don't really anymore. I mean, some of them, there's still a couple that do. I know some of them do. Oh, it's that weird. But most of the relatives now still, like, are up here. There's still like a small handful that live in Arizona or somewhere out of the state or this or that. But yeah. Man, I kind of want to visit my cousin in Connecticut, but it's expensive shit there. Yeah. Because, like, I haven't seen him in a while. And plus, one of the reasons that I feel glad I recorded the funeral is that he wasn't able to go and to attend because he's all the way in freaking Connecticut. Connecticut. So it's like, and he just likes, back med school stuff, so can't really do anything about that. So anyways, back to the actual anecdote itself. So my grandparents were down there just visiting and doing stuff, and it's very early in the morning. You know what happened early in the morning on the East Coast, and we didn't hear about it till 7 a.m. I want to say, which is actually pretty well. Yeah, because we would still be in mountain time because Arizona doesn't follow daylight saving time, which was so polarizing, but that's not the point. But they get the news someone hit the World Trade Center, and obviously by the time that the whole nation knows, like, the second one's about to get hit, or actually it does get hit, and my grandma, she was like, "Where's Michael?" And 3-year-old me, she thought I was driving the plane. She didn't know where I was. She thought I was driving the plane. That's my grandma for you. I wish I was kidding. There's so much lead up to that to that payoff that it shouldn't have taken that long. But because I was such a little shit, she thought sincerely that I was steering the plane, one of the planes that hit the World Trade Center. How? Just so weird. But I also had a teacher whose golden birthday was on that day, and when they turned 11, so they turned 11, and then when they got home, to light the candles on their birthday cake, it looked like 2 ones, and then it looked like the towers. That's so bad. They have their golden birthday on 9/11, so it's just ones. Oh man, that sucks. So the whole day it's your birthday, but you can't celebrate it because a national tragedy happened. And then you get home to celebrate your birthday. Oh, your candles look exactly like the national tragedy. Uh-oh. I mean, it's been 24 years. By now, it's so weird to think about it. By now, kids born when that happened can and have graduated college. If they didn't, if they went through school and whatever, would have and did 4 years, would have graduated college by now. Yeah. Well past. That was a weird statistic to think about when I was going through school. It's like, damn, kids now in high school. When I got into college, it's like, damn, kids now in high school, pretty much the whole way through, were not alive during 9/11. And then thinking through college, after I got out, I was like, damn, kids going into college will not have been alive through 9/11. weird to think about. You know what isn't weird to think about? It's time to open up some freaking magic packs. Yeah. We got 3 packs of EOE. I should ask about my coworker. He bought we bought Festival in a Box for Atlanta. Yeah, Atlanta. I don't remember when it should be shipping or comes in the mail, but it should. Yeah, but we're waiting on that. Oh yeah, 2 things. So obviously I still have the bacon one for as a good luck charm. And I bought this. I've shown this card before. It's from the Unfinity set. It's called Phone a Friend. This month is Suicide Awareness Month. If you are experiencing any form of crisis and stuff like that, there are resources and people to talk to. Please get in contact with other people. There's better ways to solve issues rather than taking your own life and doing stupid stuff. I'm not going to get into that. Taking others' lives is not the right option. But we're going to open up 3 packs of EOE Edge of Eternities. From the vibe that I'm getting, just period overall, I don't think anyone's excited for Spider-Man. The Spider-Man set, I mean, personally, to me, I think it's all right as a set, but man, there's decent cards in the set, but I just don't like the why am I blanking? Just this, I think the set overall is just kind of meh. There's a lot of decent, individual cards here and there that are good. I just think overall as a set, I'll probably get 1 box and then be done with it. And maybe just buy singles after that. And I don't even know if I'm going to use it for Midnight Ramen, but I probably will just open 1 box and call it good. Because to be frank, I don't find any joy with the set. So pack 1. We got Systems Override, Void Forged Titan, Lash Whip Predator, Gigastorm Titan, another Titan. Damn. And then for the rear, we got Entropic Battle Cruiser. It's a spacecraft. It's got station. It's got 1 or more counters. Whenever opponent discards a card, they lose 3 life. And if it's got 8 counters or more, it becomes a 3/10 creature with flying and death touch. And whenever this attacks, each opponent discards a card. Each opponent who can't loses 3 life. So either way, your opponents are losing 3 life. For the foil, we got a biosynthetic burst and the foil forest. Pack 2. Man, I kind of wish that they went back to doing art cards, because it kind of makes it hard to get certain tokens, but man, art cards are so cool, especially when you get one with the signature. Oh man. All right, pack 2. Hilder Blade, Roving Actuator, Broodguard Elite. We got Halia, Guided by Light. She is a 2 and a white for a 3/3 creature. Whenever she or another creature or artifact you control enters, you gain a life at the beginning of your end step. Draw a card if you've gained 3 or more life this turn. And she's also got Warp for 1 white. Foil Thornbringer. And we got a full art mountain. That's not bad. Last pack. Oh, we got the Corgi. We got the Chrome Companion. We got Terrapact Intimidator, Asfarel Dreaming Acolyte, Pulsar Squadron Ace. Ooh, we got Servandum Sunstar Exemplar. It's a white and a black for a 2/2 with Vigilance Menace. Whenever another creature you control dies or is put into exile, put a +1/+1 counter on Servandum, and you gain 1 life. And when Servandum dies or is put into exile, while its power is 4 or greater, destroy up to 1 target non-land permanent. Yeah. And the foil is a Pinnacle kill ship. And then we got an island for the land. So, yeah. There's that. Oh, it's Teamer colors for the lands that we got today. Zoop. Like this. Zoop. Like that. That is the magic stuff for today. I have a notification on Discord. What could this be? Oh, it's for Wordle. Oh, it's for Wordle. I've been like trying to expand my horizons in the words that I'm using for Wordle, and like in the past week or so, even like I'd say like in the past week or so, like I've had some real good ones, just like random out of the blue, where it's like I got this like once or twice in like the span of like 3, like I got like I got a twofer. I don't know what the next day was, but then another twofer, and I'm like, what the fuck? All like, and both like both of those days, I was like, why don't I use this word? And I was so close, or like, I don't know, or I had like a random Twitch like, why don't you use this word? And then I got it. I'm just like, huh? I love that when in Wordle, when it's like absolute, just pick the word out of thin air, just know it, you know? I think the worst situation that you could be in, other than like just not getting it, period. There's 3 bad situations I think of. So one is just not getting it, period. Like you wouldn't get in a million years. 2, having it get in there, but knowing that there's 2, like a double letter, because that happens quite a bit. But I feel like recently there hasn't been a double letter. I could be wrong there. Another one is having like, not with the double letter, is also kind of falls in that same thing with but having it where you almost like miss it, like, oh, you get like 4 out of 5 letters, but you're missing 1 letter, and it's typically the first letter too, but like you go multiple guesses not getting it right. Like, oh my god, that is such a fucking like shitter. I hate that. There was literally yesterday, hell, like mine looked like a penis for like the letters that I didn't get correct. The first 3, I had the first letter completely correct, and the last letter was in like the wrong spot. And then from then till I got it, I had all except for the middle letter, so it looked like a penis. Let me actually check to make sure that that is correct. Because like it was so weird. I charted a penis. Literally, I charted a penis type shit. Oh, I said shit, so I had to type it. Says it's 30. Wait. Oh, because that the one thing I hate about the Twitch monitoring system, I don't know if it's just me, but it's like 4 minutes ahead. Yeah, it's 4 minutes ahead. and says the session has been going on for 48 minutes. No, it's been going on for 44, and the recording has only been going for 41. So, and that's including the time that, that gets eaten up. So on the actual episode itself, it's like 40 minutes right now. Or so. Probably on the dot when I said 40 minutes. If not close. Like probably right now, like for sure at 40 minutes. But yeah, what else has been going on? I mean, it just got over like this cold or COVID or stuff like that. It's definitely cold and flu season right now, and oh boy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Shit's going around. Shit is really going around. But yeah, oh my God. So we had a huge wedding on Saturday, and congratulations to the bride and groom. But one of the decorators that we had, or that they had, was trying to plug in a lamp, or no, a chandelier. It was like not even a big chandelier. It was a small one, probably the size of like the size of a monitor, like a computer monitor. It's like, oh, it could be big. No, it's about the size of a computer monitor. Approximately. Like even the one I'm working with right now, it's probably a little bit wider. Obviously, when it's like hanging, the chandelier is a little bigger, I would say, like taller, lengthwise or height-wise. But it is about the same thing. So it's not like it needed a whole shit ton of power. But the decorator, what they did for the power is they chopped off the Edison and extended it longer. But where they chopped it off, they basically took the positive and the negative ends of, both things and wound them together and just said, oh, okay, this'll work, into a cap. That's not how electricity works. So what they basically did, and I'm no master electrician, and I didn't fuck with it. But so basically what they did is they created a feedback, a loop, like an infinite, feedback loop of energy, so that the positive is touching the negative and the negative is going into the positive. It's feeding itself back and forth. And it kept overloading the breaker. And they kept saying like, oh, God, your breakers aren't working. It's like, no, we've had conventions. We've had literally convention last week. Use our, pockets and, wall things on like way more like, what's the word? On a lot heavier workload than what you're working with right now. This chandelier is nothing compared to that. So I don't know. Like, it's definitely this. It's not our system. I had to go back numerous times just to make sure that I'm not going crazy. I wasn't going crazy. Yeah, it like their chandelier where it actually became like an Edison, like, an actual plug. It was hot. It was warm. It should not be warm. It's like, oh, my phone isn't being charged. It's like, yeah, because you keep flipping the breaker. No shit, Sherlock. It's whatever. But we separated the positive and the negative with some electrical tape, and it was good. But man, it was, if it continued even worse, that can cause an electrical fire. We've had one electrical fire is enough for our space in the span of this year. And it was weird that it wasn't our stuff when it happened too. So Yeah. Yeah. But the one thing, I'm not even going to go talk about like work stuff about job because like I love my job. I love my job. Hell yeah, man. So I'm not going to talk about that. I'm not going to talk about my work. Talked about it enough. What else has really been going on? Toasty. Oh yeah, like I want him. Like I was going to work on, a couple episodes back. I did the live review of Baja Midnight. Well, that's obviously going to get delayed until I can get another Mountain Dew flavor. And you know what? I might actually, yeah, I don't know. It's behind the curtain stuff. So I'm still going to work on editing that one down. So I still got to do the Baja Midnight one. But I also got to get the Mountain Dew Baja, not Mount Baja, the Mountain Dew Trolley, like gummy worm or whatever flavor, which apparently is supposed to be very good. But I'm not going to say a whole ton about it. I don't really know anything about it right now without having to go onto the website, and I really don't want to do that right now. But like when I was doing that original like review, I looked high and low for it, and I could not find that shit. And like Mountain Dew was like making like advertisements like, oh, it's everywhere, it's everywhere. No, it isn't, you fucking dumbasses. Don't fucking lie. And like in Minnesota where I'm at, it's like a mecca for like being able to find that shit. I should be able to find it. Hell, even back in Fargo, like when I did the first like official like the first Dew review, the yearly Dew review, holy shit, I was like in absolute, like I could get the Baja Blast within a mile, less than a mile. I could get the Baja Blast. You know, I could go to like the local store, the Hornbachers. I could get, you know, a bunch of flavors there if I really wanted to, which I didn't do. I don't think I got them from there. The Baja Blast from Taco Bell. Sweet Lightning, the one for KFC, which I'm gonna be honest, that one's fucking good. Especially, it's a good pairing with KFC's chicken or their products. It's such a great pairing. It's not I don't think it's a flavor as itself. It's an acquired taste, but like pairing it up with KFC's chicken and just overall products, it's so good. Oh my god. It's the taste, like it's like Taste of Tennessee. It's finger licking good. You can quote me on that. But also just recently at that time, Applebee's got their own flavor, a dark berry bash, but I didn't get it because they didn't have it at that one yet. Even though it was like a month or so, like a little over a month after, you know, they said, oh, it's at the stores now. It wasn't. Which had a flavor. I'm trying to think of what other stores that I went to. I went to like Sam's Club because they had one and now that one's gone. Fuck, man. The only other reason to go to Sam's Club is to buy some magic decks. Buy some primo magic decks on the low for cheap and get some extra packs off of it. Man, I'm tempted. Just to do that. Like, I don't know what decks they have, but I want to go and check and see what they do, because if they have the Thunder Junction, I want to get the what's the red, black, and white one. That one I don't have, but it's really good for shit that I just want to use, but I can't find it anywhere. And even for like what, $50, like shit, I don't mind paying MSRP to get that and some other stuff. I don't mind that. even though the deck itself is not valued at that anymore, that's good value. Just period. Oh, I know, like they've been doing the Duskmorn one and the Rakdos one, which I might just keep as the regular one, period, or might get two. Like if I did, I'd get two of them. One I could keep for just to keep. The other one just to like another deck to fuck around with, because like I already have one and I used it for a deck, but just to have another one to play with, that deck is so good. Like the only other deck that I have like another copy of is the Cavalry Charge one, and this has been on for a lot of the run of the show, but I keep this sealed even though it's not worth the value that it is right now. This is a good deck. It's a good Kindred deck, or tribal, whatever you want to say. It's an incredible deck. It works so well. I just love it. But I think I will get another one of those just because, like, if I can. Oh, man. Of the, whatever the Pain, whatever, House Valgavoth deck. Because that is good. That's a good deck. And it has a lot of value. Just overall. So I might honestly just re-up my Sam's Club membership. And I have talked about some scalpers and shit like that. I don't like scalpers, man. And the most diabolical shit. I don't know if it was Sam's Club or Costco, but the one that happened like within the past week, and I think I've already talked about it on the last episode, but like there was like an instance where like 2 or 3 guys bought like 100 memberships, but then immediately canceled them afterwards. So they got 100 memberships, bought the whole fucking palette of Pokemon shit, and canceled pretty much all of the other memberships, which I feel like they got their money back for all of those memberships, because that is a policy that they have, which I think honestly shouldn't happen like that. Like, you need to have that membership for a good period of time before you can, ask for a refund. And even then, I don't know how they did it or what way they did it. They probably did it under different names. But yeah, I don't know. But also what doesn't help either is when they're checking out, they definitely have had people help them. No one should be helping them. If anything, like, there should be security to kick their fucking asses. Like, no. Like, they see a pallet of, people trying to buy that much Pokemon. A small amount of people trying to do that. Yeah, I think they're trying to be they're scalping. I think that's a bad thing. That's not a good thing. And honestly, if you ask me, I think it would be, I don't want to support vigilantism, especially after some of the stuff that's happened recently. I'm not going to go into it, but I wouldn't mind just going to like Sam's Club or Costco, camping outside, and when I see, an egregious cart like that, jumping them and beating the crap out of them. And it's like, oh, but you can't do that because security or someone would try to stop you. Well, if that's the case, and I know it might be morally wrong, definitely, just paying them off. The scalpers do it. The scalpers pay people off. So, what's the difference? What's the difference? And morally, not a good thing, but ethically, it balances out. It balances out, and it's good. Yeah, I'm just saying. Morally, it's not a good thing. Like, you're bribing and you're beating people up. But ethically, it's the right thing to do. For the cause meets, or the means justifies the ends. In that situation. Yeah. Like, I'm fine with like local game stores doing like a little, like at most like a 15% hike up or whatever with taxes before tax, but anything after that, if I'm paying 200 schmackaroos for a box that's 165, and that's pre-tax, I don't know. Either they gotta have good pulls, or I'm not buying. I'm like, another thing too, like with Magic too, like, I don't know what it was with this box that I'm opening right now, but it took me way too long. You know what? I'm opening another pack. Fuck me. I'm just gonna open it straight rip, especially after this week. Oh Christ! I just need another open. I'm not going to the cam though. Let's see. Get to the. Oh yeah, here's the uncommons. So we got this guy, that guy, Sammy, a thing guy. Ooh, full art. Oh, what's it? Oh yeah, I have this guy. Genomorph Imago. It's landfall. Whenever land you can control enters, target creature has base power toughness 3/3 until end of turn. If you control 6 or more lands, this creature has base power toughness 6/6 until end of turn instead. So hell yeah, alt art. And then the foil, ooh, Corral of the Void. It's an enchantment aura. Enchant creature you control. Whenever enchanted creature attacks, put target creature card from the defending player's graveyard onto the battlefield under your control, tapped and attacking. Ooh, that's good. And Void, at the beginning of your end step, sacrifice this aura unless a non-land permanent left the battlefield this turn or a spell was warped this way. Warped this turn. Interesting. Interesting. That's a good pack. Very interesting. All right. Yeah, we're getting down to it. I'm just going to I'm going to start wrapping it up. So if you want to watch this live, you can go to twitch.tv/MeltLikeOriginal. All one word. Where not only you can watch this happen live unedited, but you can interact in the chat, change how things go, mix it up. And you can watch the after show, which happens right after. It's off the record, basically, and just more streaming afterwards. But tonight, I'm not doing that. After this, it's down as done. But you can watch this for up to like 2 weeks on here. But once it's gone on Twitch, it's gone. But you can still watch every single episode on my YouTube channel right now. And you can listen to every single episode on Spotify, starting at episode 100. And that, I wonder if I can actually get since I have the episodes on YouTube, it should have an RSS feed. I wonder if I could transfer that and impose that over the one that I already have. Makes me think, makes me wonder. Because it is a podcast, and I've already had it. I'll look into that later. Now that made me think. Because I think eventually I want to get in onto like Apple Podcasts or something like that. It won't do. Again, this is literally just for shits and giggles. For shits and giggles. I mean, it's more, as much as this is like a diary podcast and whatever, but it's for fun. And now I do need to get more guests on. I should ask people to be guests and stuff like that. But, you know, some weeks are easier than others to get people on. I think one that might happen soon rather than later might be one that's been on before, but a long time ago. Guest Popsky 99, I think, might be able to do it, because if the cards are right, he's probably going to be on here maybe within a month, maybe 2. Hell, physically, like if I could probably drive him out here to do one. Like, that's how close. I have not been able to see a lot of the group that way. So that would be cool to actually do like a physical one. Yeah, dream cake in my pancake. Yeah, Popsky 99. Wow, bringing it back to Jojo Siwa. Jesus Christ. Dream cake in my pancake. My ex. I'd like to thank Gradients for the use of the song Used to It off the On the Call. I was listening to their stuff. I was just listening to their stuff in the car the other day. I'm just like, damn. I don't know. It's kind of not a whole lot of development there. Yeah, I was listening to their stuff. I'm just like, damn. They've definitely gotten a lot better. And especially since now. Oh, I didn't even say that I got a bass. Fuck. I bought a bass. It's off screen. I can literally see it. I'm looking at it right now. But I bought a bass on Friday, and I'm gonna actually, for sure, when I have time this week, like this week, not really, but when I have time, I'm actually gonna try to learn how to play the bass. Like it's one of those instruments that's been calling me for a long time. I think kind of since the pandemic, a lot longer than French horn was calling me, which is crazy because, like, man, I know I'm going long on this episode from what I'm talking about right now, but like final anecdotes for the day, going into final anecdotes. When I was in middle school, we were like, I was in 7th, maybe 8th grade 7th grade. Our band teacher was like, oh, you can try some of the other instruments just to see how you like them or whatever. And I think we just had a shit ton of trumpets. So he's like, hey guys, you want to try another instrument? Kind of more or less leaning like, hey, you want to try French horn? And I started playing. I'm like, I'd be interested in doing this, but I didn't want to do it because of the legacy of my grandpa, because the trumpet that I have was his trumpet, and I have his name engraved on it and all this other stuff. So I didn't want to betray his legacy. But then in high school, and I'm certain I've already told this story before. We needed French horn players, and the idea came up again. And I'm like, I know I've wanted to play since then. Why don't I do it? And, you know, ever since then, I became a horn player. And, yeah. And it's been a fun time. You know, I don't play it as much often anymore, just because, like, it's a niche instrument. I will say that, but it's a beautiful niche instrument. But when I do play it too, it's like, I still got it. I still got it. Damn, that also reminded me of bowling. Which league just started last week, and goddamn, I still got it. I mean, I wasn't bowling over 200. I bowled like a 185 average combined, I think, which is freaking good. Even for me, that's That's about where I was ending. But again with the bass, I've heard the call to play the bass for, I don't know, since the pandemic. I think before, when I was watching like Davey 504, or even I think even during the pandemic, because that's kind of when he got his real fame, is when he started like going around the world, and I think he I think just before the pandemic, and even then mid-pandemic, he traveled a lot because of the would have played bass in a certain country, whatever, like those videos. So I've heard the call since then, and especially now, because like my church needs bass players, and like hey man, like I gotta learn how to play, but man, I really do want to learn how to play the bass. So I'm actually gonna make an attempt. There is an attempt being made for me to learn the bass. And it's not like, oh, it's just a passing phase. No. It's an actual attempt to learn to play the bass. Not like this wishy-washy bullshit. No. It's on the same level as me right now with fitness, fitness. Like at the literally this week, I just can't, because there's a lot of stuff going on. I can't go. I've been like, after I worked however many hours, I don't want to be pooped at the gym dying. So like, I haven't gone to the gym in well over a week, and plus being sick last week didn't help either. So like, I haven't been to the gym in almost 2 weeks. So it's like, ugh, that sucks, but I still want to go. I have my gear in the car. Okay, that's enough. I gotta end this. So, final thanks. Thank you guys for listening, doing what you do, and all that other stuff. But as I look at the time, it's not midnight here anymore. But it's midnight somewhere else. So until it becomes midnight here once again, I will see you later. But until then, oh, wrong hand. Bye-bye.
Well, just when I needed you, I see from a different view. Oh, baby, now don't be scared, but don't get used to it. Yeah, well, I told her I can't let go. Well, I told her I can't say no. Oh, baby, well, I was scared, but now I'm used to it. I was scared, but now I'm used to it.